everybody, and welcome to the In the Lab episode 6 with Alan Musterman and Ethan Kern. It's good to see you guys again. Good to
yes, sir.
Hopefully hear our voices again for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have cameras this time, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get them back for either the next episode or last episode, but we don't have them because Wi-Fi has gone out at Nelson University, and so the cameras are kind of cooked for right now.
Yeah, the cameras operate on the network that the Wi-Fi uses, so we're unable to record video through those. So it's going to be an audio-only episode, and we're really looking to get that fixed because we have some big things coming up in the next couple episodes. But
yeah,
hopefully,
very exciting.
Hopefully that gets worked out. But anyways, audio only.
Still going to be a banger episode, though.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're getting it started with a trivia. I have a trivia for Alan, and we kind of took a little bit of inspiration from the Bread Basket podcast.
Yeah, shout out Bread Basket.
Yeah, we love them. They do a thing where they have Alan has to get 10 questions right, and he has 3 misses to get 10 questions right. And if he does it, he wins, and if he doesn't, I guess I win or nobody wins.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, if he misses 3 times, he loses. Other than that, he just keeps answering questions until he gets 10 right.
For sure. So it's just random questions, or
It is all NBA related.
Okay. Cool.
All NBA related. Yeah. Starting off with hopefully not too hard of a question. Which NBA player has the most MVP awards, and how many does he have?
I believe that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 6.
Boom.
5. Oh. 6. I'm gonna stick with 6. Boom. Boom.
And he got it kind of right for number 1.
I was confident in my answer, I promise.
On to the second question. Which team holds the record for the most regular season wins?
That's going to be the Warriors, 73-9.
Do you have a year?
Ooh, because 2017 had KD, 2016 Warriors?
2015, 2016.
2015.
No, you're right.
Okay.
It was just, it ended 2016. So, yeah, you're right. All right, that's 2 questions correct. This one's, I didn't know it. It's a much trickier one. Who was the first player to be drafted out of high school?
The first out of high school. How old is this? Can you give me like an age range?
Yeah, it happened in 1974.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now, I know this player. I just didn't know he was drafted
in 1974. I don't have an answer. I'm going to say Julius Erving.
Not a bad guess. It's Moses Malone.
Okay.
So kind of same error. You got the error right for sure, but that is the first strike. 2 questions right, 1 question wrong so far. All right, which franchise has the most championships?
The most championships, the Boston Celtics.
That's correct. We got 3 questions right. On to the next one.
They have 17?
18.
18.
They just won their
18.
Because I remember the Lakers and Celtics were tied.
Both at 17 and now. Yeah. Okay.
Who was the first non-American MVP?
The first non-American MVP.
Happened in 1994.
94. Is it Hakeem?
It is Hakeem. It is Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, so that's 4 correct. 4 correct. 1 miss. He's going strong. Which NBA coach has the most career wins?
Is it just why am I blanking right now? Oh my gosh, Phil Jackson?
It's not Phil Jackson. It's Greg Popovich. But I will
I
will give you an answer back if you can guess how many he has.
Jeez, I don't even know how to 81 or 82 games a season. Oh jeez. I'm gonna say like 784.
1,300.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. I hit 1,388.
Dang.
He's been around for a minute. All right, that's 4 and 2. 4 and 2. All right. Who has scored the most points in a playoff game?
That's Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, that's correct, with
63?
Yeah, 63. There you go. All right, which team drafted Kobe Bean Bryant?
The Charlotte Hornets.
Nice. All right, that's
Was it Charlotte?
Yeah, it was Charlotte.
Okay.
That's what the answer says.
Yeah.
I think it was the Charlotte Hornets. I guess it could have been the Bobcats.
Not the Bobcats.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll say
it was Charlotte Hornets. You got it right. So that's 6 correct and 2 wrong. Hopefully another layup for you. Which player has the most NBA rings?
Bill Russell.
And how many does he have?
He has 11.
Yeah. Has 11. There you go. All right. That's 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So. Who is the shortest player in NBA history?
That would be Muggsy Bogues.
5'3". 5'3", a towering 5'3".
Imposing 5'3".
He was a center for sure.
Absolutely.
Who holds the record for the most assists in NBA history?
It's John Stockton.
That is John Stockton. Is that 8 correct?
9. 8.
Let's
I'll
see.
say 8.
1, 2,
I don't
3,
know.
4, 5, 6, 7,
6, 7.
8, 8, 9. So he's got one more
Need
question
one more,
to
and I
win
only have
it.
one strike left, so a lot riding on this
A
one.
lot riding in this. I got a couple questions I can ask. I'm fishing through real quick, and I'm interested. I'll ask the other ones afterwards that won't count towards anything, but I'll ask.
Okay.
Which player has won the most NBA Defensive Players of the Year? There are 2 players. You only have
Who
to
has
name
the
one.
most?
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert.
Is that your final answer?
Wait,
With 4.
is it not Rudy Gobert? Did he not just win his 4th or 5th?
And Rudy Gobert is the correct answer. Clearly, the website I looked at was not updated. So there are 3 answers to that. Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace, and Rudy
They all
Gobert.
have 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
So
knew
you
Ben
won.
Wallace would have been the other one,
Mm-hmm.
but I was pretty sure Rudy Gobert just got
No, you're
4.
right. I was wrong. Good job. Congratulations on
Heck
the win. Yeah.
Another W. I wonder what I guess we haven't really lost trivia the way we've been doing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of just been to see how many
We
we can
figured
name.
it out,
'Cause I was
yeah.
going to say, what's like our record? But
Oh, yeah.
this is the first,
Undefeated.
win-loss one.
Couple more questions for you. These are interesting. I just kind of. What year did the NBA merge with the ABA?
Ooh. 80.
76. So really close. How about when was the 3-point line instated into the NBA?
That's like 86.
1980.
Dang, that one was 80.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
And then last question. Nope, that'll do it on all the questions.
Okay, right on. What are you looking at for these? Like,
I
questions?
wrote down, but I
okay.
looked at a couple websites and then I just wrote a bunch down that I liked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, there you go.
Heck yeah. Well, that'll do it for the trivia.
Yeah.
I know we had some things we wanted to briefly mention.
Yes, Alex Ovechkin. But we haven't talked much about hockey, but we're kind of getting into hockey now because something big just happened. Alex Ovechkin broke the record for most career goals of all time, which had long been held by the greatest of all time, Wayne Gretzky. Yeah. And Wayne Gretzky still has the points record, but yeah, Alexander Ovechkin broke the record. How many did he get? I think he got 895 or something like that.
You know how old he is?
Yeah, he's 39.
39. Wow.
Yeah. He now has 896. I think the record was 895.
Yeah. That's
quite
the achievement to pass
goals. Yeah,
a
absolutely.
GOAT
Absolutely.
For total goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So figured we'd shout him out really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Just had to give notice to hockey fans out there. Just
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So I am from Frisco, Texas. I'm gonna do a little lore drop for myself. I'm from Frisco, Texas. I went to Heritage High School, which, if you guys have really paid attention to the national news recently, there's a kid named Austin Metcalf who was just murdered in Frisco, Texas. He was murdered at Kugendall Stadium, which is where I played football, where I had track meets.
Yeah, it was at a track meet, right?
It was at a track meet, yeah. And he went to Memorial High School, which is about 5 minutes from Heritage High School. He was murdered by a guy named Carmelo Anthony, which is just a horrible tragedy.
Oh.
Like the story, did you know his name was Carmelo Anthony? Kind of ironic, yeah.
That's crazy.
But like, it's an awful tragedy. I don't know why a weapon was brought to the track meet. I don't know really what led up to it. I don't know the full story. I don't know if anybody really knows the full story.
Yeah.
But I know that Austin Metcalf's brother like held him in his arms as he was dying, trying to save his life, and it's just a heartbreaking story. And it's become kind of a racial thing, and there's no reason
really?
for it to be a racial thing. Like, Austin Metcalf was white, Carmelo Anthony was black, but that's not why somebody was murdered. That's not why somebody was killed. It's just a horrible tragedy, absolutely a terrible decision made by Carmelo Anthony.
For sure.
But there's no reason that it should become a racial, Austin's just a white victim, or Carmelo's a black, or they're not. People are saying that the media isn't showing it as much because it's a black victim and they have their way of protecting black individuals, but I don't think it's that either. I just think it's a tragedy for itself, and it should be a tragedy. It shouldn't be making Austin Metcalf a martyr. Prayers out to Austin Metcalf and his family, and to Carmelo Anthony's family, and Carmelo Anthony too, and just everybody in that situation, because it's obviously just a horrible situation for all parties involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to move on, not dwell too much on the somberness of that story, and we're going to talk about March Madness. It was a little while ago, we know, because we had to postpone this episode coming out, not on our usual Wednesday release.
Because of the Wi-Fi.
because of the
like we
Wi-Fi and
mentioned earlier.
internet problems. But we are going to talk about it. Houston ended up losing
They did.
to Florida.
Low rider.
Disappointing for me, but it was still just a fun game to watch. Like
Yeah.
I don't have I'm not like a diehard Houston Cougars fan.
Mhm.
It's obviously just off proximity. Had to root for somebody.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it was a really good game.
It was an unbelievable
Came
game.
down to the wire.
Same thing that happened to Duke. Same thing that Houston did to Duke. Florida did
Yeah,
to Houston.
crazy
pretty
comeback.
Much. Yeah.
Florida now has 3 national championships.
3 national
I know Al
championships.
Horford was in attendance,
Oh,
and
yeah?
he won back to back
He was on that team too with Joakim Noah and
in 2007. Yeah,
wow, I didn't know that.
yeah. So he
That
won
was a
2
loaded
championships.
team. Yeah.
Mhm. And so he was present for this one.
That's
which
cool.
was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
They now have 3 total
Yeah.
titles, which is pretty. We did a trivia of like the most winningest college teams earlier,
They'd be on it now.
and I think
right?
they'd be on it now.
Yeah, there you go. I think I guessed them because I knew they had 2. I knew they had
Yeah.
the back to back, but yeah,
For sure.
and they could very well be good for
Oh, yeah.
a few more years. They got this 7'9" freshman,
Yeah, that redshirted. He's
Yeah.
out to be on the team now.
and if he's got a lick of coordination in his body, then he'll be.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, seriously.
Be tall and be a little bit
Just
coordinated.
kind of, yeah.
Walter Clayton won't be on the team anymore. He's a senior, but he had an amazing March Madness run,
Yeah. Great
and he
one.
wasn't as great in the championship game. He was still playmaking really well. I
Mhm.
don't remember how many assists he had, but he was dishing the rock. Just couldn't
Yeah.
get scoring,
Yeah.
but obviously didn't matter. Ended up bringing home the chip
Houston definitely tried hard to stop them, which would stop
Yeah.
him, which worked
for sure. They
well
definitely
for them.
prioritized that.
Yeah. And man, the last play of the game,
I
with
know.
the Houston guy
That was heartbreaking.
getting off his feet and having to bounce the ball and just watching the ball bounce in front of him a couple times, like that would be nightmare fuel for the rest of my life, dude.
No, absolutely. Not even getting a shot off.
I know,
Like, because if you miss, it's like, oh well, I got the shot up.
Yeah, I tried my best.
Maybe make that shot, however efficient he is.
Mhm.
But he didn't even get a look.
Yeah,
Like, if he doesn't leave the ground on that shot, if he pump fakes,
defender's flying by.
defender went flying by.
Yeah,
Pound dribble shot. He still had time. It's not like he had to
Oh,
force it up at that
absolutely, yeah.
moment because it was still like a loose ball. Florida
Mhm.
got to dive on it. But man, just heartbreaking for
yeah,
Houston.
truly like a heartbreaking way to end the game.
Yeah, but it was a great run for both teams.
Absolutely,
Both number
yeah.
1 seeds. Like, they were dominant in both of their own rights. Made
Mhm.
it all the way. Only one team can be the champion. So
Yeah. I want to say the coach was the youngest coach ever too, right?
yeah, I think it's the youngest in like a long time, like since like the
okay.
80s. But
Okay.
yeah, that was something that I was really excited for. Is that I was like an older coach with
Mhm.
Houston, and then a really young coach in Florida. See the
Yeah.
2 different dynamics. And I think there was like coaching had a lot to do with how the game turned out.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great game, great tournament overall.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
probably
be-
probably not one of the most exciting March Madnesses.
absolutely.
But it was cool to see, especially like the 4-1 seeds,
Mhm.
like just that uniqueness of that. It's only ever happened twice.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to watch, just like dominance.
For
But-
sure. And even the Elite 8 was all 1s and 2s except 1 3 seed
Yeah.
in Texas Tech. So yeah.
Other news in basketball, not college, but Luka made his return
Back to a somber
to
note.
Dallas. Dallas welcomed him with open arms. They were ready to have him back. They wrote they gave everybody a shirt that said, I'm not going to try to say it in Slovenian.
Yeah.
But in English it says thank you for everything.
Mhm.
And so that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Obviously probably the second greatest player to play for your franchise.
Yeah.
Had to recognize him. The video was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Luka was tearing up.
Not even like tears were streaming down his
Yeah.
face. Like he was crying, dude.
Absolutely.
And it's just
Yeah, it's heartbreaking to see. He had a quote
Yeah.
after the game where he was like,
Mhm.
love the city, love the fans, but it's time to move on.
Yeah, that broke
which is
my heart to hear.
sad.
I'm not gonna lie.
But I mean, honestly, you have to at this
Mhm.
point.
As a Maverick fan and kind of as a big Luka fan, I was always hoping, at least a little bit in my heart, that he would find a way to come back to Dallas
Yeah.
because he's gonna be a free agent this year. I was like, maybe when we fire Nico,
Hmm.
maybe he'll. Come
Oh my
back,
gosh,
but-
I saw something last night there was a fan at the Mavericks game, and they were just recording Nico, and they were like as close as we are,
Mhm.
and he literally just tells him to his face, "Fire Nico, fire Nico." And Nico's like walking off. He's getting louder and louder.
That's
He's
funny.
like, fire Nico.
That's
I'm
funny.
like, dude, doing that to his face is crazy.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. I just want to know what Nico's POV was, seeing this dude
Yeah,
holding his
for
phone
real.
up to him, just
Yeah.
going, fire Nico.
I do feel kind of bad for Nico because he made a stupid decision. Like, probably one of the worst decisions in the history of sports.
Yeah.
But his life has been screwed up ever since. And I do kind of feel bad for that. But at the same time,
It's a little self-inflicted.
yeah, absolutely. And he needs to not be the GM anymore.
Yeah.
Like, with all due respect, I was holding out hope maybe this year would be salvaged. We're going to make the plan and we're going to get bounced. If not in the plan, in the first round.
Yeah.
And it's just not, there's no reason we should have made the playoff. We took ourselves out of the chance to get the number 1 pick. Yeah.
So just
Fire Nico.
Fire Nico. Yeah. It doesn't help that Luka also went crazy in the returning. I mean, as he should have.
I was rooting for him to score 150 points, dude.
It was looking like that in the first half. I forgot how much he had, but
like
he was
20 or
on
something,
crazy pace. He ended with 45, which is still tough. But
Triple double too, right?
no,
No?
it was
Okay.
45, 8, and 6.
Okay.
But still, crazy work from Luka.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Glad the Mavs fans showed out and showed how much they loved Luka and cared for Luka.
no, absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely there was definitely like fire Nico chants going on
Oh
in
my
that
gosh.
game.
Like the whole first half.
Everybody was cheering for Luka.
Yeah. It was, absolutely.
Yeah, they had to acknowledge it on the broadcast like multiple times. Like,
Really?
and the fire Nico chant start again.
Wow.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But me and Ethan, to switch it up a bit, some more pop culture, we went and watched the Minecraft movie together.
Yeah, we did, baby.
Yeah. We watched it pretty early, so the like chicken jockey memes like weren't as big yet.
That
so
trend
we
was
didn't
not
have
as
a
prominent,
we didn't have a crazy theater. Ours was full of like
young children.
kids.
Yeah.
And so me and Ethan wanted to get excited. So we were like, once the I am Steve moment happens,
Yeah.
we're gonna get hype.
And then the first we mine.
Yeah.
Then we craft.
We went crazy. And then it was funny to hear the little kids get crazy after us.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I don't know your opinion on the movie. Yeah, we saved talking about it much so we could talk about it here.
Mhm.
But personally, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just a ridiculous movie that if you're going for the story of Minecraft, you're not getting that.
Yeah.
Like, that is not the point of it.
Absolutely.
It was made by the creators of Napoleon Dynamite and
that makes perfect
Nacho
sense.
Libre.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know
so-
that, but that makes perfect sense.
Yep. So it was just ridiculous excuse for Jack Black to go be Jack Black.
Mm-hmm. And Jason Momoa to be Jason.
Jason
yeah.
Momoa was hilarious.
Yeah.
He really made the movie.
Yeah. I'm like you. I thought it was hilarious, and I thought if you just turned your brain off and just enjoyed it, you would love it. Now, if you're like a Minecraft truther and you've played Minecraft since birth, you're probably not gonna like it very much because it really is kind of just a goofy slapstick comedy movie.
Yeah.
That happens to be set in the Minecraft world.
Absolutely. Yeah. They did have like a lot of cool cameos.
Yeah,
like they had the
for sure.
Technoblade shout out,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
Mhm.
And then they had a couple of YouTubers. I didn't notice them. I didn't notice till I watched like a breakdown later on.
Yeah.
But like Dan TDM and like a couple other like OG Minecraft YouTubers were.
Yeah.
It was the scene when
They were in it. They were voices.
they were
or-
in it. It was
Okay.
when Jason Momoa is buying the like storage unit.
Yeah.
They're like the bystanders that are also like
Oh,
bidding.
cool.
So
I didn't catch that. That's really cool.
yeah, I didn't clock it in the moment, but I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I did notice a lot of like Napoleon Dynamite references. 'Cause
Yeah.
Going into it, I knew about the creators of Napoleon Dynamite also being involved, and there was a lot. Like there was obviously like it didn't seem like the biggest one, but a llama like kind of note whenever that one girl has like the traveling zoo.
Yeah.
And, like she has the llama out of her car.
Yeah.
And then the Nacho Libre fight scenes where the chicken
Yeah,
jockey.
that's chicken jack.
And Steve, even when he shows up, he's like doing a bunch of like Nacho Libre moves
Mhm.
whenever he fights the zombies and saves them.
Jack Black is the same character in every movie.
Oh,
he's in,
absolutely.
but
He's
it's
just Jack
great.
Black.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that is exactly just who he is as a person. Yeah.
Yeah. And towards the end, the like older sister, I forget her name, but she opens like a self-defense thing, and their like uniform is the same as like the Vote for Pedro shirt. It's like the same kind of like white t-shirt with the red
that's
font
funny.
and like the sleeve like
Yeah. The cuff
different
sleeve or
color.
whatever,
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
I was clocking references throughout. I'm like, that's really funny that they
Yeah.
would do that.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I've heard a lot of negative opinions of it
Mm-hmm.
because of, I think, what we mentioned. Just like if you're a Minecraft truther, this isn't really
Yeah.
a Minecraft story. It's not a super Minecraft movie like the Mario movie was, like these other video game movies.
There's no
have been.
Ender Dragon. There's no
Yeah.
Wither. It's a new villain, so it's
But
not like.
For me, and I think for Alan too, it was a lot of fun, and
Absolutely.
we really enjoyed our time.
And we didn't even go to like one of the crazier theaters,
Not
because
at
a lot of people
all.
are saying that they loved it so much because of the theater, because everybody's just been going crazy, and like I'm sure you've seen the videos.
Yeah, of the
where-
live chicken.
Yeah, he brought a live chicken. There was a video of this guy doing the chicken when chicken jockey happens and everybody goes crazy, and he's riding on another dude's shoulders and he's holding a live chicken.
Yeah. I would love to see the story about how that got into the theater and how he like held it under his
absolutely.
shirt or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
even know, but yeah, popcorn gets thrown and everything. Yeah,
There's been some crazy reactions. My girlfriend went with some friends from her church, and their theater was going crazy too, like throwing popcorn and everything. So
that's funny.
I just think it's crazy how it's like happening. Like it wasn't just a one time. Like everybody's
It's a
doing it.
nationwide,
It's
like probably a
awesome.
worldwide thing. Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of like flack for like that they don't think it's a great movie. But the movie is now sitting at the like highest grossing
Video game movie
or I think it's highest grossing for no. It's fourth biggest opening for a PG movie. Which is
Ever.
crazy. Yeah, ever. Not even
Wow.
just like a video game movie, like fourth highest for a video or for a PG movie. It made 301 million
That's insane.
worldwide for opening like for the opening.
Wow.
And the budget was 150 million.
Wow.
So it
Doubled it already. Yeah.
Yeah, just in the opening.
Man, rip Snow White.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like that it got I think it was just the marketing. Like they did such a good job at marketing this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really hype.
Yeah. And Minecraft's been so loved for a long time by kind of like, yes, our generation for sure, but older generations too.
Yeah.
Like there's a mobile game and it's kind of just a fun game that anybody can play.
Yeah, there's not like obviously there is like a learning curve if you want to get into the real like details of it, but like anybody can pick up Minecraft and just start playing.
Just go into creative mode
awesome.
and build a little castle for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that it's still like relevant
Yeah.
after so much time.
It's
like,
pretty amazing.
It's an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, to close the episode out, we have another draft per usual. And the subject for this draft is basically, I guess we didn't put like an exact name for it, but like lunch items for like in school, like lunchbox items.
Yeah.
Like what would your mom pack you for lunch? That's what we're going to be drafting from. So if you want to flip our coin,
our honorary heads or tails decision.
So just to add some context, it's not like going in the lunch line and ordering lunch. It's like packing lunch, bringing your lunch to school.
Things you trade with your friends. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things you would trade. That's literally what I was thinking about when I made it.
We got heads. And
we didn't pick.
No, we didn't. And this time we'll pick. You heads or tails?
I'm doing tails.
Alrighty. Because tails never fails and tails never fails. There you go.
I'm really wanted the first pick on this one.
I bet you did. I think I know exactly what you're going to take too.
I feel like there's one obvious one that I wanted to go to. And for me, if I opened my lunchbox and I had this packed, I was like, oh, it's a good day. Like I must have did something good, like got good grades. I got rewarded with this.
Carrot
and
sticks,
that's,
right?
Yeah, naturally. Hard-boiled egg. But I'm going to take the Lunchable.
Of course you are.
Specifically the pizza Lunchable.
Of course you are. I mean,
man.
The goat. The goat
lunchbox item.
Yeah, for sure.
Lunchables hit. Were you a guy that would microwave your pizzas?
No, we never really had a microwave in elementary school that I can remember. And usually I wouldn't get the pizzas. I'd get the crackers, cheese, and turkey one.
Okay. I would get those. I would mainly get the pizza. They also got the occasional nacho.
Yeah, there you go.
Those ones were all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pizza ones, most people microwave them, but I never did. I always just ate them how they came.
Yeah.
But
at the point where we get to lunch, it's warmed up a little bit anyways from the fridge. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that is my 1-1 pick.
Alrighty. Yeah. See, I mean, you took my 101 too, so I'm going to have to. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and. Yeah, this was. No, I'm not going to take that one actually. Hold on. Let me. I'm going to backtrack real quick. I'll take it later. But I'm going to go to just a dog dessert pick.
Ooh, okay.
A great dessert pick. This is
Start out
something
sweet
that
early.
this is something that I think everybody knows about, everybody loves, and that's the snack pack pudding. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
didn't think
thank you.
about that one.
Yeah.
The snack pack pudding.
I was glad.
Chocolate
I
or
thought of that.
vanilla?
Chocolate for
Chocolate for
sure.
sure.
I mean, nothing against vanilla, but it's the chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Chocolate
just,
pudding just hits different than vanilla
absolutely,
pudding.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's a great one. I
Thank
didn't
you,
even think
thank you,
about
thank
that.
you. Yeah, I'm glad I got that one off the board.
All right, for my next one, also can serve as like probably still an entree. Like the Lunchable is definitely an entree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another one. I thought about like when your mom makes you a sandwich, but she could just go to the store and she could buy you an Uncrustable.
I didn't even think about that.
Because I love me a PB&J.
Yeah.
But an Uncrustable, don't even have to make it.
Yeah, no.
Just throw it in there.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely sweet enough where it's probably a dessert, but
yeah.
Love me an Uncrustable.
Have
man.
you ever had the Nutella, or not the Nutella, but the hazelnut spread Uncrustable?
No, I haven't.
Oh
I've seen
my
them, and I
gosh,
really need to
dude.
try one.
So good. And I love Nutella, so
Yeah.
that's a dream come true.
My go-to is the grape one.
Yeah.
Strawberry one's cool, but I think the grape one's better.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Same with like if I just make a peanut butter and jelly,
Yeah,
I'm going
those
grape
go. Okay.
most of the time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, on to my second pick. And man, I might go straight desserts. I'm not gonna lie to you. With my second pick, I'm getting an icon. I'm getting just a GOAT, a hero of the franchise, and that's a fruit roll up.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
I thought about the fruit roll up.
I'm happy with that one. I love me some fruit roll ups. I think just about everybody loves fruit roll ups. They're a good time, a fun snack, and
that's definitely like one of the higher ranked trade pieces
for sure. Yeah.
Well, to combat that, I had on my board higher than fruit roll up personally, but I had the Gushers.
See, I literally just added those to my draft board.
Needed Gushers.
Yeah, Gushers were great.
I definitely had Gushers packed more often than fruit roll-ups. But I love fruit roll-ups, but it was just that's what we got with Gushers.
No, absolutely.
And yeah, love me a Gusher.
Fair enough.
Only thing is like, you know how they do the strawberry or the tropical where it's like you get an all red one? Yeah. That was the only disappointing thing. It's like, oh, I got the all red one. Yeah. And I didn't get the tropical one.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But other than that, dang, I just gave away.
Go-Gurt.
Dang it. Gushers.
Should I go to the Go-Gurt?
I exposed my big board.
I need to go away from the sweet stuff and go to a little bit of savory. I don't know how popular this one is. This is my favorite, like one of my favorite snacks on planet Earth. It's a snack that smiles back.
Yeah.
It's not just goldfish. It's cheesy flavor blasted goldfish.
The flavor blasted.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's so good. Every time I have one, it hits. I love me flavor blasted goldfish.
The thing about that is they've ruined regular goldfish.
Seriously.
Like I can only get the flavor blasted ones because they're so much better and they're amazing.
They're so good. That's my third pick.
That's a great pick.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
Well, I appreciate you not taking my other pick, so I'm gonna have to go with Go-Gurt. Go-Gurts were tough.
Good pick. Good pick.
I didn't have them much, but I recognized like how great they were.
For sure.
Strawberry Go-Gurt all the way.
Strawberry. Interesting. Okay.
What was your
more blueberry guy?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like me some strawberry banana.
Yeah.
Speaking of strawberry banana, I think I'm gonna kind of base my next pick off of your pick.
I think I know where you're going. I really
Danimals?
respect. Yeah, I really respect.
I'm gonna take Danimals. I don't know who it was that got to go on that Danimals trip
my
with Zach and Cody, but shout out to you.
That commercial happened all the time. All the time they were promoting that what was it, a cruise?
Yeah, I think it was a cruise. I mean, I'm assuming because it was like
Sweet Life on Deck.
Yeah.
I remember those so vividly.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, Danimals were dope.
Yeah.
Because they were a smoothie, right? Or like yogurt.
Yeah, like a little smoothie thing. Yeah. It was like in the little with the monkey mascot. Yep. Yeah.
Danimals were tough.
Yeah.
I was hoping, like, if you didn't take them, I wasn't going to draft them because I had Go-Gurt, but I was definitely going to shout them out afterwards.
For sure.
To round out. Last pick. I've got some options that I'm probably just going to have to shout out after. But to just round out my lunch, if this is like a lunch that I'm packing together, I got my Lunchable, I got my Uncrustable, I've got a Go-Gurt, which is kind of like a side. The Gushers are a dessert.
For sure.
I need a drink. I need something
we're
to
going
sip
drinks.
on.
I think I know exactly where you're going with
So
this.
the greatest, to me, the greatest lunch drink that I could get packed is a Capri Sun.
That's exactly where I thought you were going, and I respect
Pacific Cooler,
Mhm.
strawberry kiwi.
Yeah.
Need me a Capri Sun. That's where I'm going.
No, that's a great pick. Great pick. I'm gonna go a very different route than you. I'm just gonna stick to the sweets.
Yeah,
I mean, I got my snack and Danimals, I guess.
for sure.
I got me snack pack chocolate pudding. I got me fruit roll ups. I got flavor blasted goldfish. For last one, I'm gonna go with another dessert, another thing that was a high trade commodity in my school.
Yeah.
And that's cosmic brownies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't believe I let that slip by
Yeah.
me because cosmic brownies. I loved me a cosmic brownie.
Oh yeah, they're great.
That was definitely a staple in my lunch.
Mhm.
Was a cosmic brownie.
Absolutely.
Wow. Got to give some shout outs.
Absolutely. Yes.
So one that I was going to bring up, I didn't know if it would get a flag because it's kind of vague, but I was going to say just leftovers.
Oh,
like
I probably
from-
would have thrown a flag, but I mean, good shout out.
Yeah.
Great shout out.
Just leftovers from dinner the night before.
Yeah, for sure.
Always a great lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I had just a ham and cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Just a classic sandwich
Fair enough.
made.
Fair enough.
These are a little more boring picks, but
Yeah. Still
shout 'em out.
shout outs we need to shout out.
a big one that I was never high on, but a lot of people were like cheese sticks. Like the
like string
peel.
cheese?
Yeah, string cheese.
I
That's
have
what
that
it
on
is.
my big board too.
String cheese was a big one.
Yeah.
In my school, personally, the vending machine had hot fries, and people loved hot fries.
I love me some hot fries.
So,
All right, so we
So
are
that's
getting
it.
kicked out of this room, so we gotta quickly shout some things out. Any more shout outs for you?
I just had fruit/grapes, Oreos, and
Oreos
that was
are good.
it.
I got Cheetos, anything Little Debbie, string cheese, just like you, Welch's fruit snacks.
Yes, Welch's for sure.
And Nutella sticks, where you could have the breadsticks
Ooh, I
and
know
the,
what you're
and the
talking
Nutella.
about. Those were good.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let us know who won in the draft. Give us your opinions on the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
Anything, March Madness, whatever y'all want to hear from us next episode. But we
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening. Keep tuning in, and we'll see y'all.
See ya.